Hey guys, Dallas here. I want to just talk real quick about the my two main uses for a compressor pedal. And just for reference, I am using an orange DoD. The color is orange. DoD compressor FX80 from the 80s. No pun intended there. That's not really a pun. Whatever. So I just wanted to kind of show you the difference that I feel like a compressor makes in 2 to 3 different applications here. So let's just dive right in. So the first thing I like to use it for, and obviously what a compressor does is it compresses your sound, does exactly what it sounds like, and it takes the high ends and the low ends, squeezes that in so that you're, mostly to my ear, really, I mean, it gives you a little more snappiness in those lows, but really it's trimming that ice picky the highs out of there, which I really enjoy for a few different things, which we'll get into here right now. So the first thing that I do that for is if I'm doing more of a chicken pickin'-y, country-ish kind of thing, or I just want a snappier sound out of my melodic lead playing. So, let's just take a real simple line here. This is without a compressor. Here's with it. So you hear how it really just takes that high end, the harsh ice, any bit of that ice pickiness. You can really come up here and get those high notes. And then these low notes. Get a little more snap out of those low notes too, right? So I just feel like if you're going for that kind of sound and you don't want to hurt your audience's ears, that putting on your compressor can be just a nice thing to do. Now it's going to make your rig more noisy. You can hear that, right? So that's the downfall of a compressor. I've had like 3 different compressors in my life, and they've all done that. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll break the bank for like a nice $200-300 compressor that maybe claims it doesn't do that as much, or maybe that just comes with compressing frequencies. I don't know, haven't looked into it that much. I'm a player, I'm not that much of a gear nerd. So second thing I like to use it for is the more of like a funk context, because once again it's going to enable me to use my higher pickups, my brighter pickups, right, in my bridge, and both my bridge and then the combo of my bridge and middle. It's going to allow me to use those without the ice picky sound as much. So right, so let's just take a real easy. That's without the compressor, and here's with the compressor. And now you'll see the nice thing about that too is that when you put the compressor on, naturally your attack is going to change a little bit. I don't know if you noticed that, but I just noticed it after I got done playing. I thought, wow, I was really attacking that harder in my second example. So I think it just naturally will do that to you, where you're really gonna dive, like attack it harder and differently than you would if I take the compressor off. I'm gonna be more gentle, because if I dive in like that, I mean, it still sounds pretty good, and I don't have it too loud in the room, but if you're playing it like a band volume, if you're playing over a drummer, these different things, I think you're going to find that, using a compressor is going to be able to bring your volume up, but you're not going to have to, like, hurt people's ears quite as bad, your own included, right? So, I mean, that's really, I just kind of want to go over, like, my 2, I mean, there's others times I use compression, and plenty of them, but, those are like 2 really big uses for it here. And I will later do a full-on demo of that particular compression pedal. For anyone who's interested, you can use DoD pedals like super affordable, and I like them. I love a lot of the new, more boutique brands. Obviously, I mean, you guys have seen my boards. I have a bunch of that stuff. But, I mean, to be honest, like companies like JHS and Earthquaker and Strymon, all these what are considered more boutique brands, I mean, they're pretty much all emulating the chips found in the old DoDs and Boss and MXRs and Electro-Harmonix and all the companies that were around in like the 70s and 80s. Like, they're pretty much just taking those chips and then like putting new twists, new ideas on them, hand making them in America so that they're more dependable, which I find they break just as much as a cheaper pedal. Like, I mean, I guess that, I mean, they're supposed to have nicer parts and the enclosure is nicer, and sometimes it's got like soft button switching, you know, blah 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 blah. I don't know. At the end of the day, I think a DoD compressor probably is going to sound pretty similar to like a Wampler compressor. I don't think there's going to be this huge difference. I certainly don't think in any kind of blindfolded test that I'd hear the difference. Maybe you can. So other pedals I wouldn't say that as much for, but yeah, with I think compression is compression. I could be wrong. Like I said, I've never owned like a $300 compression pedal. So any of you guys out there, if you have like a Diamond or like a nicer brand compressor pedal, comment down below. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you find value in having a nicer compressor, or if, you know, a DoD or Boss or another or MXR compressor is fine for you. So, hey, that don't mean to be long-winded on this one. There's nothing. I'm not reinventing the wheel in this video here. So, hey, much love, you guys. If you made it this far, please like, subscribe, and share. I'd love you for it. I'd love you anyway, but you know. And you know, keep on picking. The world needs you and your music. So much love and peace. I'll see you guys on the flip.